It is Friday night, which means it is time to turn our attention to our New Yorker of the Week. Tonight we honor a woman who's turned her family's fight against a rare disease into a chance to do something positive. Take a look.
This is a story about how you can save someone's life, basically by attitude.
For the Landis family, that attitude is the reason they are here today, enjoying a walk in the park. 3 years ago, this family was devastated by the words everyone dreads to hear.
Mom has cancer. She's going to have to start chemo. It was one of the first times I was just hysterical.
Complicating matters, Allie's mom, Wendy, was diagnosed with a rare cancer. Liposarcoma attacks fat cells inside the abdomen and thigh.
When you do hear about it, it can be very difficult to treat because we don't have good medications for it. It doesn't respond much to the things that we have.
But Wendy is a fighter.
To have 6 tumors growing at 50% again after I just watched that surgery, you have this moment where you feel like these are possible last moments where things are going to be a certain way. Something just snapped in me. It was this feeling of, this is enough. You actually have to do something.
That something is Wendy Walk, a nonprofit dedicated to raising awareness and money for research. Just the idea gave the family hope. Hospital rooms became filled with plans for family walks. Then tubes and gowns became running gear and sneakers.
And it was as if somebody gave me this huge gift. I couldn't believe that anything could make me feel good at that time. But that did.
Wendy's just a symbol. She's one person, but she represents the world. And I really believe that when you make a difference for one, you make a difference for everybody.
But I'm scared. You know, I'm scared that a cure won't be found. On the other hand, I feel like I'm giving a lot of people a lot of hope.
And so, for turning a family's despair into a walking picture of positivity, Allie Landis is our New Yorker of the Week. And joining us now in studio is our New Yorker of the Week, Allie Landis. Thank you so much for coming in and for doing what you've been doing. It's a pleasure to have you here. The piece you talked about, the moment you realized you had to do something. What sparked that moment?
It was when my mom had a surgery. We knew she had cancer, but we were just pretty passive while listening to doctors. And after the first chemo and the second chemotherapy failed, it just started to be too scary. It was rare. There was nothing else. We didn't know what to do. So we thought, let's start our own walk. Let's find our own hope. And that's when we realized we had to start the Wendy Walk.
And you had the idea, and then what happened next? Was your mom a willing participant right at the beginning?
Well, actually, right away, she was a little nervous about not having her privacy and being a public face. But then we said, no, you have to do this. And she started seeing how much hope and inspiration she could bring to people.
Setting long-term goals helps in situations like yours. What were the conversations like in the hospital, but then planning events and trying to stay positive, so that great picture of everybody holding the sign?
Yeah, basically, my mom's been in the ICU so many times where we didn't know, honestly, what was going to happen with her. And so during that time, instead of talking about what the doctor just said, we would talk about what we were going to do in April with the walks. What could make it better this year? And it was our way of dealing with such a dark situation in a positive way.
Part of your mission is to raise awareness. So tell our viewers who may not know about liposarcoma what it is.
Okay. Liposarcoma is a very rare cancer affecting soft tissue cells, and about just 200 people have it. And basically it's these tumors that just multiply and multiply. And my mom happens to have that. And they are doing research through the Wendy Walk and the Liddy Schreiber Sarcoma Initiative. But we're really the only effort that's looking specifically into liposarcoma.
What are some of the warning signs? How would people know to go to the doctor? What happened with your mom?
Well, with my mom, it was a while. Her stomach was just a bit distended, but she had an 8-pound tumor and just a little bit bloated for 8 pounds. So
it grows in the tissue undetected and
it could just build and grow and grow.
Another part of your mission is to raise money for research. Tell us about some of the events Wendy Walk puts on.
Wendy Walk does 3 walks, one in Miami, one in New York City, and one in Los Angeles. Our biggest one is in New York City. And those are our core events. There are walks. We charge for admission, and people can donate all year round through our website, www.wendywalk.com.
Right, we'll have it up for our viewers in just a couple of minutes. It's okay. You're the New Yorker of the Week. You need to plug your organization. That's fine.
It's our hope, so.
And what are some of the goals for the organization this year? Is it just about getting a strong footing and trying to raise some money?
This year, really, our goal was just to take the walk to the next level, and really we focused on finding other survivors and other patients that were dealing with this issue, so they would know we're a resource and a place where they can go to see that there's something being done for them.
What about a need for volunteers? If someone can't give money, can they give your time? Are you welcoming folks like that?
Yes, that's the greatest gift that we've had people who said, I can do this. I'm actually good at writing stories. I'm actually good at organizing and keeping track of everything. And that's so valuable to us because we're all volunteers. I mean, I'm a volunteer, so any other help is so appreciated.
Well, we mentioned the website, so let's get it up on the screen for our viewers at home. For more information, you can go to wendywalk.com. We'll say it a couple times to get the word out. It's wendywalk.com. And that will be playing all weekend, so hopefully that we can help in some way. Allie Landis, our New Yorker of the Week, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
If you know someone who would make a good New Yorker of the Week, we want to know about it. Email us at NY1.com or send us a letter. Address it to New York 1 News, New Yorker of the Week. We're at 75 9th Avenue on the 6th floor, New York, 10011. That's all the time we have for now. You can read the viewer emails from tonight's conversation online at NY1.com, and you can follow us on Twitter at NY1TheCall. I'm John Schumo, and I'll talk with you Monday.